I've raised thousands and thousands of pounds for all sorts of charities, especially the Macmillan nurses and little children's hospices. In fact, I've got my own charity coming up very shortly. I love helping people, especially children and old folks. Now they keep drumming it into the public. I'm a danger. Well, who am I a danger to? I've never been a danger to the public. I love people. Love them. I love the world. I'm not a filthy terrorist or a rapist or a murderer. So who am I dangerous to outside? My dangerousness was in the prison, in the asylums. Nearly 50 years of my life in boxes and cages. I want to go home. I'm an artist, born again. I hate violence. I despise it. And that's all I've done for the last 10 years, sitting in my cell, a model prisoner.
The notorious prisoner, Charles Bronson, also known as Charles Salvador, has lost a parole board bid hearing to be freed from jail. The now 70-year-old is one of Britain's longest-serving prisoners, having been in the slammer for the most of the past 50 years, with most of that time spent in isolation. He made his latest appeal in his bid for freedom in one of the first ever public parole board hearings, in which he told the panel, "I have had more porridge than Goldilocks and the three bears. I'm sick of it. I've had enough of it. I want to go home." His son George Bambi said, "I would have loved Charlie to have been released, but I completely respect the decision of the parole board." Charles Bronson's first conviction was back in 1974 when he was just 21 years of age, and he was released for 2 brief spells of freedom before being quickly locked back up for reoffending. Bronson was handed a discretionary life sentence with a minimum term of 4 years in 2000 for taking a prison teacher at HMP Hull hostage for 44 hours. Since then, the parole board has repeatedly refused to direct his release. 3 parole judges heard his case during a hearing at HMP Woodhill in Milton Keynes, Buckinghamshire, while members of the press and public watched part of the proceedings on a live stream from the Royal Court of Justice in central London. Charles Bronson, whose real name is Michael Peterson and has previously been diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, told them he loved to rumble and enjoyed mass brawls in prison, but insisted he is now a reformed prisoner and found safe solace in art and is a man of peace. Bronson described one incident where he covered his naked body in butter before facing prison guards as the rumble of my life, adding it was effing brilliant. Bronson told how he went through a phase where he couldn't stop taking hostages, and it was his way of getting back while battling against the system. He infamously took 11 people hostage on 9 different occasions. Bronson said he felt remorse for taking art teacher Phil Danielson captive, but not the governor of Hull Prison, Adrian Wallace, or 3 Iraqi inmates he held at Belmarsh Prison. He said he would like to meet with Mr. Danielson, whom he told at the time, "You've been my best hostage. You're the only one who hasn't shit himself." None of the prison and probation officials who gave evidence at the parole hearing said he was ready to be released. In a document detailing the decision published on the 30th of March, the parole board said, after considering the circumstances of his offending, the progress that Mr. Salvador has made while in custody, and the evidence presented at the hearings, the panel was not satisfied that Charles Bronson was suitable for release, nor did the panel recommend to the Secretary of State that he should be transferred to an open prison. Please like and comment and subscribe. Thanks.